what we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Wanna be a dreamer? Be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. There is no place to go to compare with your imagination. So go there to be free if you truly wish to be.
Beautiful. Good morning, and welcome to Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are a welcoming congregation, and we endeavor to warmly welcome everyone who crosses our threshold, whether it be our physical threshold here on Orange Grove Road, or whether it be our virtual Zoom threshold. Speaking of which, let's take a moment to greet the folks at home with a nice wave and welcome them into our worship space as well. If you are visiting for the first time or a newer attendee, we encourage you to stay after the service for our coffee hour right next door in the Oasis Room so that we can welcome you in an MVUU way. I'm Deborah Roberts, and I'm assisting Robin Bausell today with this service, and this is in the absence of our wonderful settled minister, the Reverend Matthew Funk Crary, who is enjoying a few weeks of rest and estivation. Chris Tackett, our music director, is at the piano, and Chris, too, plays an important part in developing and putting together our services. Our theme for the month of July this year is rest. Reverend Matthews started us off by talking about estivation, when desert creatures withdraw and rest in order to be able to endure the extreme heat of our Sonoran environment. Last week, Monica Bauer talked about the need to rest from the never-ending cycle of negative news and the stresses of the pandemic. Today, we are talking about resting and dreaming, resting and letting what dreams may come enter our consciousness, and hopefully calm our souls. So I'd like to take you with me to a favorite place of mine where I can rest and be at peace. And we'll see what kind of dreams come. For many years, I called Cape Cod, Massachusetts, my home, and a big chunk of my heart still resides there. For most of my career, I had a big block of free time in the summer, and if I wasn't traveling or taking courses, I spent a considerable amount of time at the beach. That was my happy place. I favored a small beach on the north side of the Cape, which had limited parking, and that meant that it wasn't full of a lot of people. It was a very calm and relaxing place to be. I rode my bike there, and I often went late in the afternoon and stayed through the dinner hour because the light was so beautiful at that time of day, and I had the freedom to be able to be there during the dinner hour. The beach was never crowded, and I enjoyed the peaceful, low-key vibe. Please join me there in your imagination. I invite you to dream a little dream with me. I inhale deeply and smell the ocean. I love that briny, tangy smell. I can hear the waves lapping at the shore, and a soft breeze riffles my hair. I've just come out of the delightfully chilly water where I was floating on my back with gentle waves rocking me and embracing me, pushing my cares and worries to the back of my mind. If I close my eyes now, I can feel it. And maybe you can too. When I come out of the water, I sit in my beach chair and wiggle my toes into the warm sand. After I've dried off a bit, I pick up my book, because I always bring a book to the beach. But I'm distracted by the beauty around me. And a little while later, because the sun is beginning to set and it's warm still and I'm so relaxed, my thoughts begin to wander and I begin to dream without closing my eyes. I'm still focused on looking at the gently rolling, calming ocean. On this day, my thoughts turn to something that is very important to me. You guessed it. MVUU. I think about the various roles I've had in our church: vice president, partner to the president, that was a far more difficult job, lead pastoral associate, choir member, one of the 4 members of the Euphorics, and co-chair of the ambiance team, which had responsibility for furnishing and decorating this building. I still have dreams for this space, some of which are tangible. I want to see a beautiful quilt here on the front wall, gracing the wall of our sanctuary, capturing our attention. I imagine an art exhibit on the reverse side of this wall, in the corridor outside the bathrooms. That's what we reserved that wall for. I dream of additional colorful hangings and decorations throughout the church that reflect our Sonoran theme and mesh with the colors we chose to reflect our environment. I also see a forgiveness garden with benches and meditation spots composed of native plants and maybe a fountain. It's on the right side of the walkway as you enter the church under that mesquite tree. But beyond those physical attributes, I picture this building here being used for all sorts of activities, both those specific to MVUU and others that reflect the community in which we are located. I picture the playground full of children, and maybe a pickup basketball game at the rear of the church. We have a bona fide performance space here, and I picture plays, concerts, and the like that draw in people from the community and give voice to those who are longing to be heard. I imagine people attending courses that are offered by the many talented people who are part of this congregation, or guest speakers and lecturers. I dream of discussion groups, not only those whose purpose is to become better acquainted with each other and support each other, but also to discuss the issues of the day that weigh heavily on our minds. I think of potluck dinners where we have a chance to be together, and maybe we follow the food with a musical jam session, or line dancing or contra dancing. I imagine weddings on the patio with twinkling lights above and the sounds of laughter and clinking glasses streaming out into the soft night air. I dream of a time when so many people realize our relevance, that we have more than one service, or we have overflow space in the Oasis, in the Mesquite Room out in Covenant Hall. In my dreams, this space is used every day, all day, for a variety of activities that benefit our members and the larger community as well. This is what I imagine sitting on the beach. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. But what's this? Clouds have appeared on the horizon, blocking out the sun, and I'm roused from my reverie. As I come back to the present, I wonder, was this all a dream? Or was I somehow transported 5 or 10 years into the future, when all of this is our reality? Thank you for dreaming with me.
Never quite get used to this couch. So deep. There we go. Hi. We're going to light our chalice this morning with a piece by Roddy Bell Shelton Biggs called My Dreams, They Matter. Though at times I may forget who I am or who becoming, my dreams, they matter, which I make space for all that is. When I move away from that which no longer serves me, when I make space for the new possibility in the circumstances, my dreams do matter. They matter. They hold many truths and many turning points. They matter. Though at times I may convince myself they don't, they do. For they call me back in time and forward still. My dreams matter. They matter as they pull me inward and yet simultaneously push me outside of myself. My dreams matter. They matter as they speak to the breath of love, of pain, of hope that rest deep in the fabric of my blood and bones. My dreams matter as they are connected to the dreams of my ancestors, connected to all who have graced this earth before, who grace it here and now, and will be connected to all who grace this earth when we grace this place no more. My dreams, they matter. Your dreams, they matter. Our dreams, they matter. Chris's turn. It's still me. Can I get that slide back for a hot second, please, Alex? Uh-oh, it's wild card time. Now, this is a different wild card than normal. One of you has a golden ticket under your seat. So take a quick sec and see if you've got it. Maybe look under the seat in front of you. Maybe somewhere in this vicinity over here. Oh, there it is. Derek, you can't get rid of it. You found it. You got to hold on to it. Derek's got a golden ticket. Do, 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 do. Okay, well, hold on to that. So today in our service, we're going to be continuing our interviews, discussing our dreams and our hopes together. And that lucky golden ticket is our wild card interview for the day. Now, if you panic and you want to give it away later, I'll let you, but I urge you not to.
It's actually Joel's turn, but you're welcome. I invite you all to rise, either physically or spiritually, however makes sense to you. And let's sing together hymn number, I believe it's 288. All are architects, but of course the words will be on the screens as well, too.
Of fate working in these walls of time, some with massive deeds and great, some with ornaments of rhyme. For the structure that we raise, time is with materials filled. Todays and yesterdays are the blocks with which we build. Built to be then strong and sure, with a firm and ample base, and ascending and secure, shall tomorrow find its place.
Now it's my turn. I have a gorgeous poem this morning from Reverend Sean Parker Dennison, which is right here. It's called A Letter from Our Better Angels. Dear one, we have received your letter, and we hate to tell you, well, not hate so much, but are a bit afraid to say, we cannot grant your requests as stated, but can only remind you of familiar things. First, faith. Faith in yourself and trust in others. We know it can be terrifying to be vulnerable, but only when you share your softest side will you be able to break through. Next, hope. Hope is not an empty fairy tale. It is the true story of all the times human beings like you have found a way to create the future, though you didn't know how. And of course, love. Love that demands you cherish all people, not just yourself, in safety. Love that is not satisfied until every argument ends abruptly when one child says, "That hurts." There is so much to learn and relearn. The world teaches you to be hard, to negotiate and defend, to avoid giving too much and to the wrong people. There are no wrong people. You also are not wrong. And when you encounter the poor, the broken, the unhoused, and unwelcome, you are looking, if you pay attention, at us, calling to you, calling you to answer your own prayers. If you want to change the world first, be sure you are changing yourself. Be tender, be kind, be at peace. Be all the things you wish for. Be your own better self. It isn't without cost, but it will be free.
We've got your name on a slide and everything, Melody. Come on and join me. Yeah, you're Melody, right? Did you change it on me? Come join me. Hi. I know, right? Here we are. Here we are on the couch. You said yes, and here it happens. That's how we work. You say yes, we get it going. Right? Hi. Welcome to the couch. I know they can't hear you responding. I'm just hogging the microphone. So as you may remember, or those of you at home may be watching, we've been doing an interview series this month to discuss our hopes and dreams for the future of MVUU. So on my couch today, I'm going to have a series of wonderful people, but we're starting off with this gorgeous creature here. So I'm going to ask you to please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you have been a part of MVUU.
My name is Melody Lupke, and I'm old school. I'm a she, her, mine. And I've been a part of MVUU since last summer. We started stalking from afar, and then we joined when we moved here.
That was last summer? Wonderful. So it's almost a full year then? Yes, happy anniversary. What have you experienced here at MVUU that you love?
Well, I know it's difficult to add to the summer heat, but we have experienced warmth. Warmth and welcome and open arms and open minds, and you're our people. My husband Charlie joined also.
Is he watching at home?
I didn't think he was.
Maybe.
He didn't know.
Well, if you watch later, hi, Charlie. So what is something that you are passionate about, Melody?
Well, world peace. What else? What else really matters? I'm working on gun violence prevention, and that's just in my heart and soul, and I think we need to do all we possibly can to stop this cycle of violence. So I'm totally passionate about that.
One final question. What would you dream about teaching here? Or what part of you are you eager to share?
Thank you for that. That's a really hard question because there's so many ways to go with it. There's so many worthy things. But again, I keep coming back to the being at peace with yourself and then helping that to grow and change and morph into the wider community. So I think that's really an important component to think about and work on.
Thank you so much, Melody, for joining me on the couch. You're released from the spotlight. You may return as I make Jess my next victim. Okay, this is going to sound a little familiar, if not repetitive even. Please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you've been at MVUU.
Jess Collins, she, her. I started as a guest MVUU about 20 years ago and came back last year. We moved back to Tucson and became members last fall.
And what have you experienced at MVUU that you love?
I really enjoy the one-on-one interactions with everyone that I have weekly or daily sometimes. That's what's most important to me and has really been impressive to me.
One-on-one like this moment we're privately having, just you and I? Incredibly private. So what is something that you are passionate about, Jess?
I'm passionate about social work and human behavior in particular. I'm finishing my master's right now as I work at the U of A and hope to be a therapist. I've really never been a big lover of small talk, but I love large talk. I like sitting down with someone, getting to know them, seeing what makes them tick, figuring people out.
Well, to that end, here's a deep question. What would you dream about teaching here, or what are you eager to share?
I think, I don't know about teach, but definitely share. Eventually I see maybe having some kind of puppet show, and I love to sing and tap dance, so there could be something like that we could all collaborate on. Be fun.
Well, we're in the process of getting some lights hung up in here so we can see that tap dance. Is there anything Torben wants to add?
Oh, he's...
No? All right, maybe next time. Thank you so much, Jess, for sharing with us. We appreciate it. You are free. Oh, the modern miracle of technology. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Robin.
All right, this is cool, right? We got a Zoom couch. Check it out. Okay, Chris, please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you have been a member of MVUU or around MVUU.
Yeah, my name is Chris Angle. My pronouns are she and her. And I've been a member of MVUU for about a year. I signed the book in the springtime. I have been a member before in Denver in a congregation there many years ago, but I'm back in the fold now.
Yeah. So what is something that you have experienced here at MVUU that you love?
What I most cherish about MVU is that here I have found my tribe. I feel like I am with people who are still learning and changing and who value and respect differences. We just seem to be on the same journey together. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. I'm happy to be in your tribe, Chris. So tell us something that you are passionate about.
So at this period in my life, I'm most passionate about my writing. I write every day, whether I'm in the mood or not, but I write. I work, I'm writing stories about where I grew up. At this point, I'm writing mostly personal stuff, but it enriches my life and means everything to me.
That is so cool. I'm so envious of writers. So Chris, the final question. What would you dream about teaching here, or what part of you are you eager to share?
So I think it would be very, very cool if all of the writers in our congregation got together to share and discuss our work. I know that we want to hear reactions to what we write. It would be a sort of a writer's book club, except the material that we read would be our own. We could teach each other, just an intimate, informal, safe place where we could talk about the art and the skill of writing. I know there's some very accomplished writers in this congregation. They might want to share their experiences with us that are still not there yet. So I just, it's kind of a salon kind of feeling. I just think it'd be cool to do that.
Absolutely awesome. Sign me up. I want to learn all about it. Thank you so much, Chris. It's time for that golden ticket. Now, I don't have a chocolate factory to tour you through, but I do have a couch for you to join me on. And I'm so excited because I haven't seen you in so long. Yes, I have a draw. I brought Derek back. You're welcome. Hi. So, thank you for being my golden ticket victim. Please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you've been a part of MVUU.
My name is Derek Contreras. I use he, him pronouns. And I first started attending MVUU back in 2017, and then I became a much more regular member, and then I've since fallen off. But yeah, I'd say stably since 2018.
We love you whether you're here every day or every now and then, either way. So what have you experienced here at MVUU that you love?
Well, I first started joining when I was 15. I'm now 21. I think at the time, what drew me in was it just felt like a different religious environment where it was more exploratory, and it didn't operate on the same sort of obviously dogmatic way that most organized religions do. And I really enjoyed that exploratory and kind of divergent path.
Awesome. And what is something that you are passionate about?
So I'm currently a history major at the university. I'm very passionate about world affairs, and I want to teach. So I'm passionate about the next generation and certain ways of going about, I don't know, life and whatnot.
Well, not only the next generation, but what would you dream about teaching here? Or what part of yourself are you eager to share?
Sure. I think that I have grown apart from the congregation ideologically. And, I don't think that what I have to contribute would really belong here necessarily. But I do think that there needs to be a more serious, how do I phrase this? I think that that we should more carefully and seriously consider that our world needs to change, and that that is not happening at a rate that it needs to, and that we may need to engage more thoughtfully and seriously with alternatives to what we currently have. And maybe that's a conversation that we can have, but at a more appropriate venue.
Well, I think there's probably a lot more people here who want to have that conversation than you might think. And I think there's a lot of value in it. So thank you so much for sharing and for being my victim on the couch. Shall I sing again while we wait? You stop it. There she is, Hi, Magic Genie.
Hey, thank you. Hi.
Okay, so please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you have been a part of MVUU.
I'm Jeannie Underwood, and I'm a she, her. And I have been in and out since I moved to Tucson in 2010.
And what have you experienced here at MVUU that you love?
Well, I was thinking about that, and the first thing, of course, came to mind was people and relationships. But I started thinking about it. Yeah, but what is it about these people that keeps drawing me back and that I really revel in? And so I went to the principals and I looked at them, and I think I watch here in this group again and again the deep acceptance of people, however they are, and of each other. I watch that happen in small groups and in relationships and in conflicts, and just in when we're expressing ideas that might be out of the box or out of the range of normal. Like the collective. And also I see people again and again treating whoever comes through the door with inherent dignity and worth. And I learn from that, and I watch it, and I get to bathe in it.
That is such a wonderful way of putting it.
Thank you.
Tell us something that you're passionate about, Jeannie.
Well, the word passionate meant that it has to be something that really deeply, deeply matters to me. And I heard once a story of this little boy who was in Auschwitz. And his job was to clean the latrines every morning by licking them clean with his tongue. And the guard who required that he do that would also assault him. And so one morning, one of his relatives had just died. And he just couldn't take it anymore. And he walked into the courtyard. And he was like, he could hardly take the next step. And as he was standing in that beginning of dawn, he looked in the courtyard and he just screamed out, "I want God." And in that moment, the whole courtyard just filled up with light, and the guard became a being of light to him. And when he saw that, he was like, "Oh my God." And his whole life changed. The whole experience for him changed. And so for me, it's like that has stuck with me so passionately because I want God. And how I would describe that is like, I want love to flow through me. I want compassion and community and light and presence to shine through me. And so that really is figuring out how to hold space for that and how to be that, because that's when I'm happiest, when I can access that.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah.
So one final question for you. What would you dream about teaching here, or what part of you are you eager to share?
I know, this talking about this today has sort of kind of awakened me to what I really actually would love to be doing. I know I've begun just not intentionally, but a couple of people have come to me for coaching just lately. And so I'm thinking, I'm going to start a coaching practice. It must be time. But then this is like, I actually would love to start a group here about a way that I have found. And it is to help people open up to the life force in them, to line themselves up, body, mind, and spirit, and allow this, this God, whatever you call it, however you experience it. It might be out on the golf course. It might be knitting with your friends or quilting. It's like, how can we access this, and what stops it? And what are some practices that will open that up? So I've been doing something by Spring Forest Qigong that is, it's a meditative movement practice that where the qi, where the life force is blocked in us, is where the truth of our being, that love and light and brilliance that we are, where that's blocked. And so it has become so important to me to just use these movement activities to open up those blockages and allow that qi to flow through me again. The trick is to remember. And when I teach a class, or if I'm doing some coaching, I remember to remember because I have to be on it. I'm right there. So it's like, if I taught that class, it would be for people who came, and I would like it to become like a support group and a place where we share and we learn about blockages and we learn about how they open up and how that applies to our life. But also it is that it would be, I believe that when that chi is open and it's really moving, we can also use it in service to humanity. And so I really would like to do that. I think the world right now is really hungry for that and crying for that.
Yeah, I agree. And I have a pretty good idea of exactly where and when we can start doing that, Jeannie.
Oh, wow. That would be lovely. I would like that a
Thank
lot.
you so much. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Oh, Robin, you're just such an example of love.
Oh, you
flowing.
stop it. Stop. Thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, you. Don't you look at me like you don't know your name. Get up here, Linda. Linda, come on. Oh, we don't have a slide up. I'm sorry. I thought you could see your name. And I was like, you're reading your name. There it is. Oh, dressed in white, looking lovely. I didn't mean to laugh. Well, thank you for joining me on the couch.
A surprise.
Was it a surprise? I thought I told you.
I guess you did. I guess I forgot.
Oh, well. Oh, well. That's okay. You're here now. So, this is our last interview for the day, but we will have 2 more services with an interview each. And as many of you have already started to fill out, we have a poll circulating with these same questions, because even if you're not on the couch, we still want to hear your ideas. So look out for that poll. If you haven't seen it, let me know. I'll make sure you get it. All right. Wrapping it up with you, my power hitter. Please share with us your name, your pronouns, and how long you have been a part of MVUU.
All right, I'm, hold on. Linda Logan. My pronouns are me, she, and her. And I've been here, I never know amounts of time, so perhaps a year, I'm not sure. Yeah.
That feels about right. Yeah, I think I fell in love with you about a year ago. Yeah, that works. And what have you experienced here at MVUU that you love?
I think I like the openness. I think I like the exploration. I like it that it's not religion bound, and that it's just more open to people's ideas and things. I like that.
Me too. You're in good company. I think a lot of people feel that way. So Linda, tell us something that you are passionate about.
You know, it's amazing you're asking me that, because this week I've been realizing that I'm not very passionate about anything right now.
Whoops.
But this is my work now, is to become more passionate about something, about my purpose. I know I have a purpose, and I've been not allowing it to come through. I guess from fear of, my ideas are a shade different than most people. I was listening to Derek when he was saying, I'm going to talk to you later, please. My passion is seeing this world change. And my passion is allowing or having people understand the power that is within them physically, that the power is physiological. It is not up here, yay there. It's within us. We're the ones who make the decisions to decide what to do, whether we do it on a conscious basis or not, but our lives are our creation. I don't always like that for myself personally, but I know that it's the truth. And that's actually, that is what I'm passionate about, but I have sort of been afraid to get out there and do it.
Well, I'm proud of you. Yeah. Good for you. And thank you for sharing that. Good. Well, we'll keep working on it together. All right, one last question. What would you dream about teaching here? Or what part of you are you eager to share?
You know, years ago, my daughter told me I was boring and that I always talked about the same things and I needed to go to school or do something. And so I followed her lead after she registered me in school herself. Best thing that could have ever happened. And what I learned there through biology, through every course I took, sociology, everything, that I came to recognize again that the power was within us. I do life coaching. I had stopped doing that for a number of years, and now I'm starting again. I have clients and so on. I want people to understand who they are. My bio says, I see the inner genius in everyone, and it's up to me. I want to pull it out. I want them to see that they have worth, that every idea is, let's say, my ideas, my dreams are important. Years ago, I did lots of groups, both within the church that I was with and then on a private basis, and workshops and lots of things. I worked with a woman named Louise Hay and traveled with her, teaching through the country, and it was wonderful. Yeah, I guess I am passionate about something.
There it is.
Yeah, I want people to be strong in who they are. I think we've been lied to so much, and I'll say through organized religion, to keep us from feeling all that we are, and my job is to bring it out. And that's what I want to do.
I love that. Thank you so much, Linda. You were free from the couch, but never free from my heart. I just want to say another quick thank you to everyone who sat on the couch today, either in person or virtually. Each of you shared something that was a true shard of your own truth, coming back to that theme, and a little pearl, I think, for us to take home and think about and keep polishing. So now there are 2 more interviews, like I said. And if any of you weren't going to answer the poll and are now inspired, I'm so excited to hear it. Thank you. And I can't wait to see all of your answers. But next, I'm going to invite you to rise in spirit or in body as you are able, as we bring Joel back up for another song. Ooh, and an instrument and everything? Thank you so much, Joel.
Actually, we're bringing you guys back up. Yeah. Feel free to clap. Harmony is good. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. Feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way. Feel free to bend. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. Hate and greed and jealousy. We are working to be free. We can feed our every need. We can feed our every need. We can feed our every need. Start with love, that is the seed. We can feed our every need. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom Without these, our world would die. Peace and freedom is our cry. We are building a new world. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way.
I'm wondering if anybody noticed that I didn't do something at the beginning of the service that we normally do at the beginning of the service. Anybody? Jennifer? The thank yous, yes. I was feeling that the beginning of our service had become a little formulaic, so I decided to switch things up a little bit and put that at the end of the service. Our thanks go out to our folks in the AV crew. You can see today how we seamlessly transitioned between stuff that was online and stuff that was live. Okay, and thanks go out to our greeters today and also to our hospitality crew. Is it more than a crew of one today? I'm not sure, but thank you especially to Joel for heading that up, and you'll enjoy the fruits of that labor as you go out into the Oasis room after the service. Speaking of which, as you go out into the Oasis room, there's going to be a wooden bowl there, and there's going to be a woven basket. And the wooden bowl is for the work of this church. Your contributions are greatly appreciated to help defray the costs of operating this organization. And the woven basket this time is for Youth on Their Own, YOTO. And they are an organization that support homeless youth and students, not only with material things, but also with counseling and giving people a place to go when they are in need of talking to somebody or in need of any kind of aid. And Robin already mentioned the survey, so I think that's it for today. And we'll go right to the closing. The Chalice Releasing. The piece I chose today is from a poem by Langston Hughes, and it's a very simple idea. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. And I don't mean to close out on a negative note, but we heard a lot about dreams today. And I hope that we will find the energy and the support to make those dreams fly. Thank you.